Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, and today we're going to talk about some folks who might believe that AEW is going to get the edge again, or, well, in my belief, how could you get something back you never had? How could you get something back that you never had to begin with? But some folks do believe AEW has the edge, or will have the edge, or whatever. Oh, I heard WWE's being put up for sale. Yeah, and you heard all the buyers, right? Like Comcast, Walt Disney, News Business, Netflix, Favazor. Don't. Yeah. AW. Oh, you mean the Johnson Twin business, which is owned by Shao Kahn and Anthony Kong. The ones that own ROH and AEW, and two football teams, and a Wayne making business, which I don't even know the name of. Yeah, well, they're going to be seen as the big wrestling business one day. Well, hasn't happened yet. And I think AEW is low down on the list of buyers, we'll put it that way. What do you mean? I mean, if anyone's going to am up buying WWE, it's going to either be Comcast or the Walt Disney or News Business or Netflix or Avazor. They're higher on the list than AEW. So for you and everybody who thinks that Shao Kahn and Anthony Kong are going to become the owners of not only AEW, ROH, but WWE, think again. They already have a hard time running AEW and running ROH. You really think they want to have a third offshoot they have to worry about running? You know? And we know anyone who ends up buying WWE is not going, is, you know, one thing we know is Vince McMahon's days are going to be tracked too. Oh, yeah. Because now, you're right. Because now, it's now Vince McMahon, Nick Kong, and Hunter Hearst Helmsley. Well, at least, whatever. And I tell you what, AEW will get its edge back. There's only needed time before that all happens. I'm going to tell you right now, Adam, AEW, you work for them, but they never had an edge to begin with. WWE has been around for about 69 years, soon to be 70 years next month. So how could AEW get back something they never had? Oh, I know, it's a thought, it's a belief that some folks in the wrestling world believe. They believe AEW for at least 2 years had this edge. And everyone believed AEW was flawless and it couldn't do any wrong and it was doing skilled wrestling the right way and it was only needed time before everybody came to them, flocked over to them, walked over to them, you know, and they became the new king or the new Kaiser of this of the skilled wrestling business. Well, they are. You know Vince McMahon is going to take he isn't going to take back any of the ranks. He would have taken them back. He would have taken them back if he wanted to. There's nothing stopping him. And if he thinks the new owners of WWE are going to keep him on, think again. Comcast would probably buy W and say, no, we don't want you because you do way too more too you do way too much unlawful and evil, and even if it's not evil, at least you do too many unlawful things to have you around. Well, same thing with news business, same thing with the Walt Disney business, same thing with Avazor, same thing with Strong Woman or Netflix or anyone else who ends up buying WWE. He's going to be seen as a big bind, where Nicholas Kong and Hunter Hearst Helmsley and everyone else in leadership and running WWE in some way or overseeing offshoot heads are most likely going to be kept on. He's the one that has to worry about not being kept on. Well, they would give it away to the kingdom of Selby land. He's in the kingdom of Selby land, even though they do a lot of things that are, unlawful in the rest of the world, but lawful in their land. Even they would not want anything on them. And WWE most likely won't sell to them because the stockholders and the other folks won't like it if their main owners are doing all kinds of things that to them are lawful in their land but unlawful in other lands, and it would just bring shame on WWE. And he thinks they'll keep him on. Well, think again. He's in the kingdom of Selby land, doesn't want to bring more shame on themselves from what they already did over their long years. So whoever buys it isn't going to keep him on. And if he thinks that they are, then he can guess again. So he better hope whatever deal he gets is a good deal. But anyway, done talking about that. The grounds is AEW isn't going to get the edge on WWE again. They never had one. And two, they're not going to be the new owners of WWE. Because AEW is like low on the list. Well, we'll just see about that. Because AEW's... Haven't you forgot? Even though, yes, Vince McMahon is the leadership seatman fellow of WWE, Nicholas Kong is still the head leadership fellow at WWE. Hunter Hearst Helmsley is still the head skill dealing, head booker, head showrunner fellow of WWE. So I don't know why everyone keeps thinking that keeps forgetting about those two and what they do. About how W hasn't lost its edge, at least in the booking and the writing and the show running end of things. Yeah, I guess you're right. About that. But it's only needed time before someone buys WWE. And whoever ends up doing it, it's going to be good for WWE, but bad for you folks who either hate WWE, want WWE to die. It's going to be good for WWE, but probably bad for AEW. Because at least it means WWE's going to be around for more years. More catching up for AEW to do. And you can keep on talking about how Shao Kahn and Anthony Khan are going to get their edge back. But as far as it went, they never had an edge to begin with AEW. So how can they get something back they never lost? They never had it to begin with. So, that's just my take on that whole thing. And if someone takes it the wrong way about what I just said, that's my thought, that's my belief, no truth to back it up. And if someone takes it the wrong way and wants to do some scathing and shaming and guilting and sliding about WWE, go right ahead. I've heard it all before. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. And I'm not going to get irked or angry over it. If you like this film, follow me over here at the Jordan Long Show, which that's the name of the YouTube fairway. The handle is the Jordan Long Fairway. Watch the laugh I made yesterday over here about the bind of being fast. I, Jordan Long, and I'll see you later. Bye.